Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Philip Eng. I'm president of the Long Island Railroad, and I'm thankful to be standing here alongside a top-notch team led by Long Island Railroad's Chief Innovation Officer, Will Fisher, and his team. Here with part of his team is Sunny Zhang, also a key part of this. And thanks to the MTA IT workforce, Ralph Portnoy, MTA Chief Technology Officer, for their continued support. And I'm grateful to our communications staff, who are proud members of TCU, Transportation Communications Union, and a big part of this effort, led by National Representative Nick Peluso, alongside Jeff Passini, who's the union's local representative. He's here today. I'd also like to recognize Mike Sanchez, local chairman for the TCU Lodge 982, also here today. Lisa Daglian, Permanent Citizens Advisory Committee to the MTA, and Jerry Brigman, chair of the Long Island Railroad Commuter Council. Thanks to all of these leaders and their members, our employees who handle customer communications, for keeping open minds and their willingness to help us reach outside the box and put this new tool in the palm of our customers' hands. This new technology adds a state-of-the-art feature to the slate of innovative tools we now have in our toolbox. The workforce continues to do a great job day in and day out responding to customer needs. We're thrilled to be hosting this event inside this magnificent Moynihan Train Hall, which just opened to the public on New Year's Day. This new home to Long Island Railroad symbolizes the New York future and all of the innovations and attention to detail that we're so laser focused on to bring the best possible customer service to our riders. Thanks to Governor Cuomo for his vision and leadership, and we're excited for all the greater things to come. So just a few months ago, our innovation team, led by Will, launched a newly revamped Long Island Railroad Train Time app, offering best-in-class features, including many that were first to launch in North America, that helped everyday customers navigate our system with ease. And today, a new feature is now available to all of our customers within the Long Island Railroad Train Time app that will put a customer in direct communication via text chat with one of our call center agents to help answer whatever questions they may need to have answers to. The chat lines will be open daily from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., and we will have our call center agents trained and ready to answer any questions from train schedules, to schedule information, and much more. This feature is in addition to the various ways customers can communicate with us. For those who still like to talk to someone on the telephone, that option remains available. For those who like to tweet us, that's still there too. Our goal is to make it as easy as possible for Long Island Railroad customers to get the information they need to navigate the system confidently. Especially in times like this, during a global pandemic, our customers may have different questions that they normally would not. And now we're able to offer another contactless way to help them. So now I'll turn it over to Will Fisher, who will walk you through the chat feature.
Great. Thank you, Phil. Let me go here. So first, I want to welcome everyone to Moynihan. It's a beautiful space, and by no coincidence, we are standing in front of a screen that was actually designed by the same team that did the app. And I really love how this has come out. This is called the Alpha Board, and what it is a customer will come up here and they want to go to a certain station. I believe right now you can probably see Garden City in the view. They say, okay, I'm going to Garden City, and this will tell them what train to take. So the train there, in that case, the train you need out of Moynihan is the 105 to Babylon. And then at some point you would transfer. But I really love how this has come out. We've gotten some really great feedback from customers, and I've even heard the feedback that it fits the hall well. And the hall is so beautiful that if someone says that, I would take that as the highest compliment. So very happy with this. And again, no coincidence, we're right here. So let me dig into this feature in the app. This is the home screen of the new Train Time app that we released in June. And if you go over one tab, you will see where kind of all the action starts today. And that's in the Chat with Us button. So immediately you can see this is an integrated experience. You have all the tabs that you're used to, all the information you're used to, one tab over, and you can now talk to a human. I'm going to take you through a few use cases of how this might be useful. And so let's start with one. Let's say you're sitting at home. You heard that there is track work this weekend, and you want to get into Penn Station, right? In an incident, in a case like this, it would be helpful to talk to a human because you think you have it down, but it would really be helpful to hear it from someone and make sure you got it right. So here, the passenger would say, they would ask, let's say their home station is Hicksville. They would ask about service at Hicksville. The customer service agent would reply and tell them, what's going on this weekend and perhaps a suggestion of what they would recommend for this customer in particular. What's great is that the agent can also give them a link. So the agent will end with a suggestion, which is you probably want to take the trains from Seaford, and then that link, if the customer clicks on it, will take them to the other part of the app with the relevant information. So if they click on it, right, there are the trains from Seaford to Penn Station this weekend at noon, on Saturday. And so what I love about this is, the customer service agent has the text, they have the recommendation, but then they have that link that flows right into the other part of the app that helps you with that next step. Let's take another example. A lot of our customers, we'd love them back, but a lot of them haven't ridden the train, for example, since about March, and they may be concerned with social distancing. So again, in that case, you want to talk to a human, kind of ask, what's it like on the train? Since you didn't ride it yesterday, you wouldn't necessarily know. Well, turns out, all right, so this person would be coming from New Hyde Park, for example. Turns out we released a feature this summer with just that information. We have sensors in every car that detect how many people are on each train, and then we process that at night, and so that we can tell you the next day how many people to expect on that train. And you might have options between different trains, so which one might be more crowded than another. So actually, if I go back, if you look closely, there's a link in that response, and if you click that link, again, it will take you to the trip plan, New Hyde Park to Penn Station, and you can see if you go early in the morning at 5:30, you will have what the customer service agent explained is that the number of people in each row determines or signifies how many people we expect on that train. So if you go particularly early in the morning, those trains will be a little busier. If you go by 6:30 or 7, they'll be less crowded. So data at your fingertips, and the human can help kind of ease that transition for the customer back into the system. As a final example, let's say you're on the train, and you see someone spills their coffee or something. I've seen this myself, right? You put it on the floor, and the train moves, and the coffee spills. That happens. So you want to report that. You can actually also send pictures, but you can also just text us and say, okay, there's a coffee spill. I think can someone take care of this? The customer service agent would come back and say, what car are you on? I will note that our fleet team, what we call our M&V staff, has over the last couple years installed very prominent decals on every car that have the car number. So wherever you're sitting, you can you have a sight line to one of these decals, and you can see which car number you're on. And that ties in really well with what we're doing here, right? So it's super convenient for you to say, okay, well, I'm on, in this case, car 7316, right? You can just see it right there. So, thank you to them for installing it. I love it how the physical kind of interacts here with the digital. Not a coincidence, but, we're happy to see it all come together. So anyway, I digress, but you say, okay, I'm on this car, and that's enough information for the customer service agent to make sure that our janitorial staff will take care of that when the train turns at the terminal. So these three examples highlight, they highlight the integrated nature of this experience. We have the train time app with our schedules information, all our sensor data, GPS data, all the kind of stuff that comes in live, and now we have a human component in the app. Right, so if you want to speak to a human, maybe get some personalized advice of what to do in this situation, and those links link the two, right? Because the customer service agent can tell you what to do, or give you a suggestion, and then give you one of those links back into the part of the app that's going to help you with your next step. The update is available today on the App Store and the Play Store, so if you have the app, you should have this functionality today. Tomorrow, if the app hasn't automatically updated today. If you don't have the app, I'm very proud of what the team has done and made, and I love the app. I really hope you will like it as much as I do. So I encourage you to go out and download it. It's free. It always will be. So go make use of it. And with that, thank you, and I will turn it back to Phil.
You could see that when I first joined the railroad, we're addressing communications with our ridership. That was one of the big things they asked for, the ability to have information, timely information. What Will and the team, along with MTA IT and our folks have done, is provide the ability to communicate with us no matter where you are easily and get that information. I've said it before, and since the launch of the newly revamped Train Time app over the summer, it's becoming clearer than ever. Information is power, and we're giving that power to our customers to make the best decisions for them as they travel. I'm incredibly proud of the entire railroad workforce and what we continue to accomplish together as we make this railroad system a world-class one that our customers deserve. So with that, I'll offer to take any questions if there are.
Questions? Anybody? Questions? Great. Thank
Well,
you.
I want to say thank you again. It's another proud day for MTA and Long Island Railroad as we launch another innovative tool. Thank you for everyone for coming, and I hope everyone goes out and uses the chat feature. Thank you very much.